Dear ladies and gentlemen, all we know that educational system is a very important part in any country. And today we'll talk about education in Kazakhstan. And for that we have a guest from Portugal, Ines. Greetings, Ines. I'm very delighted to have an interview with you. Thank you for your time. I know that you're from Portugal and you teach mathematics in Nazarbayev University. Personally, I like that place. The atmosphere is very nice there. What can you tell us about yourself more?
First of all, thanks for having me here, for inviting me. As you say, I'm Portuguese. I studied both in Portugal and in Belgium, in Brussels. Then I was working there for a couple of years. And then I decided that it was time to change, and I decided to come here to teach mathematics. I have always been very interested in Central Asia, and I wanted to visit Kazakhstan for sure, maybe as a tourist, but I never thought I would live here. But in the end I found this job, I applied, I got it.
Teaching in Nazarbayev University is not an easy thing. It needs a big qualification, good knowledge and big enthusiasm. What kind of challenges did you face during the teaching in Nazarbayev University?
Challenges. I think they are very smart students, and sometimes I feel that some of them become too overconfident, and then they become a bit too relaxed. So maybe they don't need to make a lot of effort to have a good grade in an exam, and I think that's enough. And what I've tried and failed to tell them is that it's not enough to be smart and it's not enough to have a good grade in one exam. Because nowadays we are competing with the whole world. They are competing with the whole world.
Since you've been in many countries, Belgium, Portugal and Kazakhstan, different people have different mentality and different countries have different cultures. How was the teaching in Kazakhstan? Because dealing with another culture is not a very easy thing. How was it for you?
In Portugal and in Belgium, students normally are very shy. Yes. They don't ask many questions and they don't want to go to the whiteboard, for example. And when I came here, I was told, oh, be careful because our students are very, very shy. And I thought that was completely misleading. Students here, in the first day of classes, I was prepared to have to talk them into going to the whiteboard or into solving an exercise. Here, students, I asked them who wants to solve this exercise on the board. And I had a couple of them raising their hands saying, I do, I want. Very motivated, very eager to learn.
Very active.
Very active. And one very good thing is that they're not afraid of asking questions. So I have students who can ask me the same question once, twice, 3 times until they really understand it. And even today, we spent 10 minutes in class trying to figure out a different way to solve one exercise. And in the end, my student told me, okay, it took some time, but now we've understood it. And they didn't think that those 10 minutes that we spent on that exercise were lost time. They saw it as good. We had our time, we thought about it, and now we understand. And they kept asking me questions. No, it's still not clear. Can you explain better? Why is it like this? Why do we do that? What if we do some other way? For me, it's very annoying when students are there just standing, quiet, looking blankly, with no expression. Like this, it's much easier to teach, in fact.
Feedback.
Yes, then I know what I'm not explaining well, what I'm explaining well. So the other day, I think maybe last week, one student asked me a simple question and I answered, and he didn't say anything, so I went on talking. And then he just told me, no, I think the first explanation was fine, now it's getting confusing. And I'm like, okay. So students I think they feel comfortable enough with me to tell me exactly how they feel. And like these classes go really well. It's really interactive.
Why did you choose Kazakhstan particularly? And have you ever heard about Kazakhstan before coming to Kazakhstan?
For me, it's such mystical, magical place, and I really wanted to visit it. But to visit it as a tourist, when you visit a country as a tourist, you only get a very narrow view of the country. You don't really understand it. You don't get to know it deeply. I think you only really know a country when you live there for some time. And I decided to take this opportunity, and I'm traveling around. I've been to several places.
How would you evaluate potentiality of Kazakhstani students in international levels, particularly in mathematics?
Okay, if we compare statistics between Kazakhstan and Portugal, the educational index, over the years, Kazakhstan went, so starting maybe in 1980, Portugal was slightly above, ranking slightly above Kazakhstan, and now Kazakhstan is ranking slightly above Portugal.
DNS, I'm very delighted to have today's interview. Thank you for your time. It was an amazing talk, and I hope to see you again.